Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jordan, and I'm sorry, honestly. It's been so long since I've uploaded on this channel. I was supposed to upload like 5 days ago. I recorded this review, like it was 20 minutes, and I ended up deleting the recording on accident, and it pissed me off, and I haven't really had the motivation to try it again. But I'm back now, and we're gonna get into this Scream review. But anyway, to start this off, Scream stars Nev Campbell, David Arquette, and Courtney Cox. So it basically tells the story of Sidney Prescott, almost a year after her mother was murdered, taking on Ghostface. You don't know who the killer is. She doesn't know who the killer is, and it leads to a big reveal in the end. But you guys have already probably watched it, so yeah. Okay, guys, so this is the start of what I've been wanting to do for a while, reviewing and ranking horror movies on this channel. I'm a slasher guy, you know. My favorite killer is Michael Myers. I've been watching these movies for years, and I cannot wait for the two that are being like in production right now to come out. Honestly, it's gonna be so great. But anyway, without further ado, Scream was directed by Wes Craven and written by Kevin Williamson. Scream is one of my favorite slasher movies. Honestly, it's not perfect, but it's really good. It's so good. I grew up watching like all three of them until the fourth one came out. I saw that in the theaters. I fell in love with it. I love that movie. Um, I think it's kind of underrated, if you ask me. Okay, guys, I'm excited to do this. I'm gonna start off with my positives. The first positive of the film is the opening. It is amazing, honestly. It's 13 minutes of just pure brilliance. Like the direction and like the writing, bro. It's just so good. It's amazing start to finish. That whole introduction. So basically, you have Drew Barrymore. If you didn't know, she actually auditioned for the part of Sydney, but she ended up not getting it. And well, actually, I think they approached her, but for some reason, they gave it to Nev Campbell. I'm not really sure why on that part, but yeah, basically, she plays a character called Casey Becker, and it starts off with her answering the phone, and this creepy voice is just talking over the line. And it starts off all chill and gets like really intense, like toward the end. Like it's really amazing, just the build up, the structure of that whole opening. It's just amazing. So basically, he's like, some hello. She's like, yeah, like it's just you've seen it. I know you guys probably have. It's just amazing. Not much really needs to be said. So she eventually realizes, oh my god, this guy is about to fucking kill me. And she gets scared and shit, talks about her boyfriend, realizes he's out on the back porch after he was like his name wouldn't happen to be Steve, would it? And she turned on the porch light, and that whole scene is amazing, where he plays a little game, little mind game with her. She's a horror fan. She gets that one question wrong, which is just brilliant because most people would have just said Jason just like she did, but she got fucking tricked. No, the mother was the killer in the first one. That one was awesome. And then the killer eventually goes into the house. She goes out. The whole little scene is just so much nostalgia, where she just peeks up and then sees the killer. He turns around. I still don't know how the fuck she knew he was there. He knew she was there, but somehow I guess he did, or it was a coincidence. But she's fucking stupid for stopping and then staring at the car like. But I guess you can't really say that, because you never know if you're in that actual situation. You could do that. But it's just really brilliant how the mother can hear Casey being dragged. Uh, she's been stabbed to near death, and she's just like wheezing, and then it cuts to the father going outside, or no, the mother, and like she's hanging on the tree, and just guts spilled out, just crazy. And then it transitions to the scene with Billy and Sydney. Yeah, and then that whole scene, you know, the father, Sydney, Billy, all great actors, as I've said before. And then, you know, after that whole thing where they talk about, you know, she's not ready for sex and shit like that, you know, then it just transitions to the school scene and you get to meet all, like, the characters, Stu, Billy, which you saw in the previous scene, Sydney, obviously, you know, Tatum, you know. It's a great cast, you know, Randy. He's, like, one of my favorite characters in the entire series. Like, really. And I'm not one of the guys that hate his death in Scream 2. But anyway, on to my next positive is the cast is great. You know, that's a big positive for this first movie, especially compared to like the one like Scream 3. The cast isn't that great in that one. Neve Campbell is really the star. Well, as she is in every movie, but she's just the best. Like you're watching for her basically. But anyway, back to Scream 1. Yeah, Neve Campbell. She's my favorite final girl. Yes, even better than Laurie Strode. Even though, you know, I said before, the Halloween franchise is my favorite. I love Laurie Strode, but, man, Sidney Prescott, she is a fighter, bro. She is awesome. But throughout the series, all four of them, you get to see her grow as, like, a survivor. Like, she's a fighter, you know. She's fighting these dudes, really. She's a big part of the series and like its success, and she's really great in her role. Besides her, my favorite character, as I said earlier, was Randy. He's a great comedic relief character. He's greatly written, and he's like that one friend that knows everything about something. For example, scary movies, like he does. He's just a refreshing character on the screen, like to see on the screen, like really. But yeah, overall, I do wish he was still in the franchise for the sequel movies. It would have been great. Dewey, Gale, and just about every character is written great. Billy and Stu, just all the characters. And speaking of Billy and Stu, my next positive is the killer reveals. Billy and Stu. You might overall be able to see the reveals coming. It's really awesome. Like, Billy wants revenge, and Stu is just a crazy fuck who just fell in line behind his friend, like an idiot. So I love that, you know, it's really great. Oh, and of course, the biggest positive, this scene.
Hello?
Oh, Stu. What's your motive? Billy's got one. The police are on their way. What are you gonna tell them?
Peer pressure. I'm far too sensitive.
I'm gonna rip you off, you bitch! Just like your fucking mother!
You gotta find me first, you pansy-ass mama's boy!
Fuck! Fucking hit me with the phone, dick! Fuck around!
He needs some milk!
Ah, you fuck!
Did you really call the police?
You bet your sorry ass I did.
My mom and dad are gonna be so mad.
Ah!
Bro, that is one of the best scenes in horror history, bro. I swear, dude. It's so fucking funny, dude. But you fucking hit me with the phone, dick. But yeah, overall, this is an amazing movie. It's one of my favorite slashers. But by no means it isn't perfect. Really, it really isn't perfect. As there are many positives, there are so many little things, just nitpicks. My negatives, we're in our negatives here. For example, little nitpicks like the killer stalking in broad daylight. What the fuck was that? Like, and immediately then, after that scene of him just in the costume in mid daylight, you see you cut to a scene of the two killers in a video store. It's like,
Oh, now that's in poor taste.
What?
If you were the only suspect in a senseless bloodbath, would you be standing in the horror section?
It was just a misunderstanding. He didn't do anything.
You're such a little lapdog. He's got killer printed all over his forehead.
Okay. Really? Why'd the cops let him go, smart guy?
Because obviously they don't watch enough movies. This is standard horror movie stuff. Prom night revisited, man.
Yeah? Why would he want to kill his own girlfriend?
Bro, how'd they manage that? You know, there are theories. There was this like video of this guy that points out the fan theories. Some people think it's Roman that's introduced in Scream 3, but you know, it wasn't written in back then, so it was just really stupid, honestly. And you know, Billy and Stu are the killers, and it just cuts to a scene that is presumably at the same time. I don't know why it would go to a different time, but there's no reason why they would just be stalking and dead, like dead ass broad daylight. And how the fuck did they pull this off? Like, bro, the corn syrup or whatever, dude. Like, how did Sidney not see right through that shit? That's dumb. Like, there's no way they did that. Did they have fucking blood packets? Like, he said it was, you know, the same shit they used in Carrie for pig bloods in Carrie. But it's just stupid, okay? Also, in all 4 of the movies, you know, the kills aren't very creative. You know, stabs, slashes. Of course, except from Tatum. She has a really good creative death with the garage door. I really love that death. One of the most unique kills in the franchise. Also, why the fuck does the killer kill the principal? It doesn't make much sense to me. Like, really, why did Billy and Stu kill him? It just doesn't really make that much sense to the story, because he's only, you know, trying to make a message and, you know, eventually get to Sidney and all that good shit, you know. But otherwise, you know, this movie is great. Oh, and also, another really stupid fucking thing in this movie is, why was the Ghostface killer in the bathroom? Like, he's just sitting, like, he's standing on the toilet the entire time. Like, how did he even know she was going to go into the bathroom? That's stupid. But anyway, other than that, guys, man, this is my review of Scream. The Scream 2 review will be up at some point. I cannot promise you. School just started. I got a PowerPoint I got to do. This video is already late as it is due to me fucking deleting the other audio I made. But anyway, yeah, you guys really need to check this out if you haven't already seen it, for sure. I'm going to give this movie a 4.5 out of 5. You probably won't see me give a movie a 5 because I don't think any movie's perfect, really. So I'm not going to do that. But I do hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.
Yes, mama's boy.
Fucking hit me with the phone, Dick! Fucker, where are you?